Since its invention, plastic has become one of the largest waste generated worldwide, getting to generate waste faster than we are able to manage for recycling and reuse. In recent years, a large part has been destined for the food industry, where the growth of packing has skyrocketed in recent years. Among all the containers generated, we are instead interested in plastic bottles, a waste that we find in a higher percent than the rest. In the same way, it requires less producer for its later reuse and has great advantage over glass containers due to its lower price and great variety of shapes. The process of creating plastic bottles is divided into 7 steps with R. First, input of raw materials. Second, quadruple Parison outlet. Next, final pour on the container. 4. Deburring. 5. Fajillado. 6. Count. And final, packet.
For the manufacture of the bolts, the most used mechatronic elements are divided in two groups. First, mechanical. Mechanical is composed for 5 elements. 1. Push piston. 2. Traffic light piston. 3. Motherboard. 4. Blow pins. 5. Brass. And second, group electric. This group is composed for 3 elements. 1. PLC Siemens CPU 221. 2. TD 200 display. And 3. Photoelectric sensor. Plastic bottles are made from a variety of materials depending of their function. Some of these are first, high density polyethylene or HDP is the most widely used for the manufacture of bottles. This material is inexpensive, impact resistant, and is compatible with products of acids, but not with solvents. In the second material is the low density polyethylene or LDP. The composition of LDP is similar to HDP, but this in general is less rigid. It is also significantly cheaper. And the third material is the polyethylene terephthalate or PET. Is commonly used water bottles. The PET provides very good barrier properties for alcohol and essential oils, but this material doesn't provide resistance to high temperature applications. The fourth material is polyvinyl chloride or PVC. The PVC has high resistance to oils, how salad oil, mineral oil, and vinegar. The fifth material is the polypropylene or PP. Uh, this material use, is used um, primarily for hearts and closures because provides rigid packing. Mm, one of um, one of the great advantage for the PP uh, is stability at high temperatures.
The most used manufacture method in the creation of bottles is blowing with four variations with air. First, extrusion. The performance is produced by heat. A continuous performance is obtained or depending on the size of the part. It is transferred to an accumulator.
The second method is injection. This process is carried out in three stages. In the first, the melt is injected in a mold to produce the perfume, which has the appearance of a test tube uh, with a threaded mouth, which will be part on the final finish and requires a strict tolerance. In the second, the perform is transferred via core mm, bar to the blow mold, where it is blown in the shape and cold in the contact with the cold wall, usually aluminum. Okay. In the third stage, the core bar transports the molded part mm, to the extraction zone. This process is used to manufacture containers that have um, thick tolerance, um, treat sneaks, large mouth openings, uh, solid handles, and very slim shapes. The fourth method is injection stretching extrusion. This corresponds to the mixture of the three previous methods, which consists in obtaining complex geometric figures with uniform techniques. Mm, the most modern ones also allow dehydration of the material. In this case, the material is PET or polyethylene terephthalate.